Blue Raider Baseball is on the air. From the Blue Raider Network, it's time for the pregame show. Today's broadcast is brought to you in part by State Farm Insurance and agents Andy Womack and Trevor Haggard, Ascension St. Thomas Rutherford Hospital, Pranis and Associates, Las Casas Pharmacy, and Middle Tennessee Electric. And now, let's go to the ballpark.
Good afternoon. Welcome into another evening of Blue Raider Baseball, coming to you today from Nick Dennis Field here on the campus of Western Kentucky University in Bowling Green, Kentucky, just a couple of miles up I-65 north. And beautiful day. We have been blessed with some really good weather lately. We're going to have clear skies, just a scattered cloud or two around. 77 degrees right now with a wind out of the southeast at 14 to 20 miles an hour. It will get rather gusty here at times, and it appears from the way the flags are blowing that the wind will be blowing from right to left. In other words, blowing out to left field here. This is another all-turf field. Even the pitching mound is all turf. And the Raiders have been on turf quite a bit lately, so they're probably getting accustomed to it. But each time you come to a new stadium, the turf is a little bit different, so you have to make adjustments. It's 330 down the line in left and right, and 400 to straightaway center, 370 to left center and right center, the big scoreboard behind the fence in right center field, just as it is at our ballpark at home, 370 to right center field. And this ballpark has always seemed to play bigger than it is. By that I mean there have not been a ton of home runs hit here that we have seen. There's a very tall wall, which is a little bit taller than most outfield walls. Stretches from the two bullpens, the Western Kentucky bullpen down the left field line, over from the foul pole to the first light pole. And then that wall is about 15 feet high or so. And then we go to center field. We got a big batter's eye in center field. And I think that is, I believe that is in play. I'm not certain, but I believe it is in play. And then we go down the right field line, and again, the Raider bullpen is down the right field line. Dick Palmer with you on this Thursday. A little bit unusual for Blue Raider baseball to be playing on Thursday, but this is the weekend leading up to Easter, so no games on Sunday in Conference USA this week. Will be Thursday, Friday, Saturday here in Bowling Green, with the Friday game to be starting at 3 o'clock, and the Sunday, or rather the Saturday game, will start at 1 o'clock. And again, no game on Easter Sunday. Well, both teams have completed their warm-ups, their batting practice, and we will be set to go here in just a few minutes. We're going to take a 2-minute break, 2 minutes, and when I come back, I'll be talking with Blue Raider head coach Jerry Myers, get his perspective going into this 3-game series. 2 minutes now on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
Middle Tennessee Electric proudly supports the MTSU Blue Raiders, and we're proud to power the scoreboard lights at Reese Smith Jr. Field. When it comes to the electric service in the community, you can always trust MTE to do what's best for our members. We serve by providing affordable, reliable, safe electricity and outstanding member service. Here at MTE, we serve to make life better for our members and their communities. Visit www.mtemc.com to learn more. And that scoreboard, light it up, Blue Raiders.
Nothing is more expensive than a missed opportunity that could have changed your life. Maybe you're just graduating high school, or are working and need to earn a degree to advance your career. Or you aspire to be a leader, and a graduate degree can make that happen. Whether you're just starting out or retooling for the future, Middle Tennessee State University can help you get there. MTSU, the University of Opportunities.
Hey, Blue Raider fans, this is Tim Page with Exit Realty Bob Lamb and Associates. Are you on the fence about selling your home? Feel overwhelmed at the thought of purchasing a new home? Well, it's time to get moving. For professional, personal real estate services, give me a call today and put me to work for you. 615-896-5656, or you can reach me at exitmurfreesboro.com. Let's go Blue, and I'll see you at the game.
Will Fraley, attorney at law, has experience you can count on. Former Blue Raider baseball player and MTSU alum Will Fraley serves Murfreesboro and the surrounding communities. Put a strong and experienced legal fighter on your case. Give Will Fraley a call and he can handle all of your legal matters, including criminal and domestic or family law. Visit willfraleylaw.com or call 615-410-7290.
The Blue Raiders are on News Radio WGNS.
Well, Blue Raider head coach Jerry Myers, prior to the first game of a 3-game series here in Bowling Green, coach players and coaches alike all like a challenge. So we've got one in front of us in this series.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they've done a really good job this year in Western Kentucky to get some momentum, and they've been consistent in the league up to this point. And we got a challenge ahead of us playing them at their place, and we're going to have to play clean baseball. Our guys are up for the challenge. We know what we got to do, and we're going to play loose, play free, and hopefully play our best baseball this weekend.
Second straight weekend, we've challenged the number one team in the league.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very good league, and outside of any given year, everybody seems to have gotten better, and it's all dealing with people leaving, people coming, injuries, everything else. But for the most part, there's no easy weekends once you get into conference play, and we don't expect it to be easy at any point in time anyway.
Well, you've had to alter your weekend rotation and your midweek pitching because of injuries, and you think you've got one fairly good set to go now?
Yeah, I mean, we had to alter a lot. Obviously, both in the pitching, rotation, and then what we're doing out of the bullpen, but then also what we're doing offensively. I mean, that's not the lineup we intended to have when we started the season, but we've made some adjustments and got a couple guys back and a couple guys that are out, or we know they're out, and so we've not reinvented, but we've had to try to remake up, kind of how we're going to do things both on the pitching side and offensive side, and hopefully we can get to the point where we can keep some stability and play clean baseball and just keep getting after it.
We had a close series with this team last year at our place. They won the last 2 games. I was going to ask you, as a coach, have you ever been this late in the season to play a team on their home field that hasn't lost a home game yet?
Yeah, I don't know that we have. I mean, I see that, and they played just as we did. They played a bunch of home games early, and they were able to, get off to a really good start, especially here at home. So, like I said, it's going to be a challenge, and that's just another part of the challenge on top of it is that they've been tough to beat at home, and nobody's been able to do it yet. But we're going to do the best job we can to put pressure on them from the get-go, and we're going to, like I said, get after it and play free, play loose, and hopefully get some momentum going.
What are the keys, do you think, to beating this team?
I mean, I think it's no different than some of the other teams that we've faced up to this point, especially ones that were having success towards the top of the league. And you got to get ahead of hitters on the pitching side, and you got to get ahead of hitters, make them swing the bat, and hopefully make weaker contact because you're ahead in the count, and then you got to play defense when that happens. And offensively, you got to stay disciplined, and those counts that you can get into because you don't leave the zone and chase allow you to be more offensive. So, I mean, it's not any different than what we're trying to do, versus any opponent. But, obviously with those that have had success, there's less margin for any kind of error, and all those things we're trying to do well.
It's been my observation that when we get good pitching and we play good defense, then we can play with just about anybody.
Yeah, I mean, I think that is the case, and that's partly what they've been able to do all years is Western Kentucky's been able to pitch well and play defense, and they've done it with multiple guys helping out of the bullpen or their rotation moving around, whatever it may be. But they're a well-rounded team, and that's what we're trying to I guess stabilize as we go as well, and try to be as well-rounded as we can in all those three areas.
That's Coach Jerry Myers with his thoughts on the game tonight, not only tonight, but going into this three-game series and playing a Western Kentucky team that is undefeated on their home field this year. So it's Middle Tennessee and Western Kentucky. The Hilltoppers come in 31-6 overall. They are 9-3 in Conference USA and leading the league by just half a game over Louisiana Tech. Blue Raiders are 17-20 and are 3-9 in Conference USA. Western Kentucky coming off a midweek loss at Louisville, a top 20 team, in a close ball game, while the Raiders coming off two wins back-to-back. Final game of the La Tech series, and then a win over Belmont Tuesday in Nashville. So it's Middle Tennessee, Western Kentucky, meeting for the 150th time. And you think this series hasn't been close? The all-time series in 149 games shows Middle Tennessee 75 wins, Western Kentucky 74 wins. That's how close it's been. We'll take another 2-minute break, and when we come back, we'll have starting lineups for you. You're on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
Today's game is brought to you in part by proud partners of Blue Raider Athletics, Grannis & Associates, certified public accountants. They provide a full range of tax preparation, accounting, and bookkeeping services for both business and individual needs. That's Grannis & Associates. Give them a call at 615-895-1040 or visit Grannis & Associates online at gcpas.com.
Not feeling well and need to see a doctor? Find the care you need now at Ascension St. Thomas. We're here with 24/7 ER care, same-day care, and walk-in urgent care for broken bones, sprains, allergies, sore throats, and more. Visit ascension.org/St. Thomas Care to get the right care at the right place at the right time. Serving Middle Tennessee State University, Murfreesboro, and surrounding communities.
Hey Blue Raider fans, this is Brad Hopkins with Exit Realty Bob Lamb & Associates. Winning in real estate is a lot like football. Good coaching and recruiting a great team are the keys. I put together a team of lenders, inspectors, and home professionals to help you succeed. Let me coach you through this process and make sure you come out a winner. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or invest, I am here to help you win. Visit BradHopkinsHomes.com or call 615-556-9239 to find out more.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has taken its flavor to the next level. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test, starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
Rutherford County's MTSU station, News Radio WGNS.
Welcome back. We're at Nick Dennis Field in Bowling Green, Kentucky for the start of a three-game series between the Blue Raiders and the Hilltoppers of Western Kentucky. Time now to take a look at our starting lineups, brought to you by the Ascend Federal Credit Union, the exclusive credit union of Blue Raider Athletics. Show your MTSU pride with every purchase. Visit one of their 28 Middle Tennessee branch locations. Ask for your MTSU debit card. And in the absence of my partner, John Callow, I will proceed with the starting lineups. John, not here tonight, but we hope to have him back with us tomorrow night. For the Blue Raiders, under Coach Jerry Myers in his third year, Eston Snyder will lead off in center field. Clay Badalak will play third base and bat second. Brett Bondolan will be the DH and will hit third, with Tyler Minnick behind the plate doing the catching, and he'll be in the cleanup spot. Keaton Ray will be in left field and hit 5th. Matt Wolf, the shortstop, bats 6th. Brett Rogers in right field hits 7th. First baseman Hayden Miller will hit 8th, and Cooper Clapp will be at second base batting 9th, and on the mound will be the left-hander Colin Kerrigan, who will be making his second straight start in a Conference USA series. For Western Kentucky, it will be Joe Servo in left field. He will lead off. Carlos Vasquez will be at third base, hitting second. Ryan Wiedemann in center field will hit third. Ethan Lizama in right field in the cleanup spot. First baseman Kyle Hayes will bat 5th. The catcher Camden Ross will hit 6th. Thomas Marcella will be the DH batting 7th. Shortstop Reed Howard bats 8th. Second baseman Austin Haller will bat 9th. And on the mound will be the right-hander Jack Bennett. Bennett, a junior with a record of 6-0 and an excellent earned run average, will face the Raiders here in Game 1 of this 3-game series. The plate umpire tonight will be Jose Polanco. First base umpire Jose Ruvelta. And at third base, Phil Cadell. As the head coach for Western Kentucky, Mark Redden, who is in his third year, pointing out some of the ground rules to the umpires and to Coach Myers here at Nick Dennis Field. As we said, this is a field about the same size dimension-wise as our field at home, but it seems to play a lot bigger than that. And when I say that, there are a lot of doubles here. Western Kentucky, for instance, a team that's hitting over 300 as a team, has hit 88 doubles this season. I don't know how many have come here, but I'm sure quite a few. They have also hit 13 triples this season to go with 35 home runs. The Raiders, on the other hand, have hit 73 doubles, only 5 triples, but the Raiders do have the edge in home runs. They've hit 45 home runs this season. Raiders as a team are batting .291, and Western Kentucky is a team hitting .314. While the discussion goes on at home plate, we will take another 2-minute break, and by that time we should be ready for first pitch here. 2 minutes now, and we will have first pitch coming up next on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
When the arena lights dim for a concert, or when the crowd becomes one at a big game, you can almost feel like you're the biggest fan. But who's your biggest fan? It's the person that will get you home safely after a night of drinking. It's the person who looks out for your life to make sure you leave the stadium with someone sober. This could be a designated driver or someone who offers to get you a ride share. Because in Tennessee, fans don't let fans drive drunk. Brought to you by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office, a division of the Tennessee Department of Safety and Homeland Security.
Hey, Blue Raider fans, we know life comes at you fast, but with the right insurance, you'll always be covered. Whether it's home, auto, or life insurance, your local State Farm agent, Trevor Haggard, former MTSU baseball player, is here to help you protect what matters most. Give him a call at 615-203-5522 and find the right plan for you. Like a good neighbor, State Farm and Trevor Haggard are here to help. 615-203-5522.
This is Chip Walters, and I'm honored to be your 2024 MTAR Realtor of the Year. I'm with Exit Realty Bob Lamb & Associates, and like many of you, I've seen the real estate market shift and change. People often ask, Chip, what's really going on? Well, that's a great question, and I believe in answering with solid, factual data. So let's cut through some of the noise. I invite you to reach out. Let's have a conversation about your real estate goals and the current market trends in your neighborhood. You can find all my contact information at choosechip.net. Will Fraley, attorney at law, has experience you can count on. Former Blue Raider baseball player and MTSU alum Will Fraley serves Murfreesboro and the surrounding communities. Put a strong and experienced legal fighter on your case. Give Will Fraley a call, and he can handle all of your legal matters, including criminal and domestic or family law. Visit willfraleylaw.com or call 615-410-7290. From the Blue Raider Network in Van Wagner College, It's time for Middle Tennessee State University baseball. Today's game is brought to you in part by Exit Realty Bob Lamb and Associates and agents Brad Hopkins, Richard Lewis, Tim Page, and Chip Walters. State Farm Insurance and agent Deb Insel. Pepsi and your local Pepsi bottler. The Tennessee Highway Safety Office. And by Middle Tennessee State University. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Blue Raider baseball.
And the Hilltoppers right on cue are taking the field. They are all in white with there's a little red showing. The caps are white, and the two-tone caps actually white with navy blue bill, and the uniforms all in white. Haven't got Mr. Calla here to give a more vivid description of the uniforms, but you can easily tell they're the home team here. The Raiders have their road grays on with royal blue numerals and lettering and blue caps, and we're set to go. Defensively for Western Kentucky, Camden Ross is behind the plate, Carlos Vasquez at third, Reed Howard at short, Austin Haller at second, Kyle Hayes at first. Joe Servo will be in left field, Ryan Wiedemann in center field, and Ethan Lozana in right field. And on the mound will be right-hander Jack Bennett. Jack Bennett is no stranger to Middle Tennessee. We saw him last year in the first game of the series, 6'2", 210 out of Paducah, McCracken County High School, and he has compiled some impressive numbers this year. Bennett making his ninth appearance, ninth start, record of 6-0, earned run average of 1.52. 41 in the third innings. He's allowed 35 hits, 12 runs, only 7 earned runs. He's walked 12, struck out 40, and has allowed no home runs this season. Opponents hitting .224 against Bennett. So we'll see what the Raiders can do with Jack Bennett. Bennett was the starting pitcher in Game 1 in Murfreesboro last year when the Hilltoppers were here, and he only lasted a little over an inning and gave up 10 runs. So the Raiders have some familiarity with this pitcher for Western Kentucky. Eston Snyder will lead off here in the first inning to get this game underway. Home plate umpire Jose Polanco says, let's play ball. Snyder stands in right-handed, hitting .362 on the season. And the first pitch of the game is inside and hit him. So Snyder will go down to first base, hit by a pitch. And the Raiders have the leadoff man on. Game time at 6:08 here in Bowling Green. Clay Badalak will be the batter. That's only the fourth batter that Bennett has hit this season. And for Snyder, he leads the team or is tied for the lead in being hit by a pitch. That's the seventh time Eston has been hit by a pitch. So he's at first base, and always a threat to run, of course. 18 stolen bases for Eston Snyder. Bennett will come set and pitch to the left-hand hitting Clay Badalak. First pitch to him is slammed into center field. Wiedemann going back, the wind playing tricks with that ball, but he will haul it in for out number one. So only 2 pitches in the game thus far. We've got 1 out and a runner at first. Batter is Brett Von Dolen. I'm sure Bennett remembers Von Dolen because Brett touched him for a grand slam home run in the second inning of the game last year at Murfreesboro. The Raiders won that game 16-9. in a wild offensive game, but Western took the next 2 games to win the series. Bennett to pitch to Von Dolan, and the pitch is low and outside, ball 1. Brett hitting .320 with 14 home runs. Snyder doesn't have a very big lead at first. They'll keep an eye on him. Faked going, and Von Dolan hits that one deep to left field. If it's fair, it is gone, and it is fair. Brett Von Dolan touches Bennett for a home run for the 2nd straight year, and the Raiders will lead early in this game by a score of 2-0. We told you earlier that wind was gusting out toward left and left center, and he got that one up into the jet stream, and it was fair, not by much, right down the line, but enough to count. So it's 2-0 Raiders here in the first. So the hit by pitch cost Bennett an extra 1 run here. Pitch is a strike call to Tyler Minnick. That is Brett Von Dolan's 15th home run of the season. 1 strike to Minnick. Pops this one high in the air. Catcher off with a mask. Got to fight the wind, and he will take it for out number 2. Camden Ross, the catcher, got rid of that mask in a hurry and then had to be challenged by that wind. He was able to hang on for out number 2. So 2 outs in the first inning, and the batter is Keaton Ray. Blue Raider left fielder carries a .305 batting average. Takes the first pitch from Bennett, in for a strike. So the Raiders score first in this series on Von Dolan's 2-run homer. And a shot to left field that is going to be caught by the left fielder Servio to end the inning. So that is going to be all in the first, but for the Raiders, they got on the board first. There were 2 runs on 1 hit, the Von Dolan home run, and nobody left on base. We will go to the bottom of the first inning. It's Middle Tennessee 2, Western Kentucky coming to bat. You're on the Blue Raider Network from Ben Wagner.
Today's game is brought to you in part by proud partners of Blue Raider Athletics, Grannis & Associates, certified public accountants. They provide a full range of tax preparation, accounting, and bookkeeping services for both business and individual needs. That's Grannis & Associates. Give them a call at 615-895-1040 or visit Grannis & Associates online at gcpas.com.
Not feeling well and need to see a doctor? Find the care you need now at Ascension St. Thomas. We're here with 24/7 ER care, same-day care, and walk-in urgent care for broken bones, sprains, allergies, sore throats, and more. Visit ascension.org/St. Thomas Care to get the right care at the right place at the right time. Serving Middle Tennessee State University, Murfreesboro, and surrounding communities.
The Blue Raiders play here. News Radio WGNS.
And we'll go to the bottom of the first inning with the Raiders leading by a score of 2-0. Colin Kerrigan taking his warm-up tosses. We'll set the Raider defense for you, but first let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Blue Raider Baseball.
The flagship station for Middle Tennessee sports, WGNS, Murfreesboro, Smyrna. The Blue Raiders play here.
For the Raiders, defensively, Tyler Minnick is behind the plate with Clay Badalak at third, Matt Wolf at short, Cooper Clapp at second, Hayden Miller's at first, Keaton Ray is in left, Eston Snyder in center, and in right field, Brett Rogers. On the mound will be the left-hander, Colin Kerrigan. Colin, a sophomore from the Nashville area. Give you some numbers on him in a minute as Servo steps in leadoff hitter for the Hilltoppers, takes the strike called. 0-1. Kerrigan making his 9th appearance and 3rd start. He is 0-1, 6.35 earned run average. And the 1-strike pitch misses. Ball 1, 1-1. Colin has pitched 17 innings, allowed 21 hits, 15 runs, 12 earned. Has walked 11, struck out 12, has allowed 2 home runs. There's a ball hit on a hot shot, knocked down by Clapp over to first, and he will get the out there. That was a hard one-hopper to Cooper Clapp. He was able to knock it down and then pick it up, recover, and throw to first to get the out. So 1 out, and the batter is Carlos Vasquez. He is the 3rd baseman. Vasquez, a right-handed hitter. The majority of these hitters will bat right-handed. 1, 2, 3 left-handed hitters in their lineup. Kerrigan with a pitch, and the bunt attempt is fouled over by the Blue Raider dugout. Raiders are in the first base dugout here, just as they are at home. Tyler Herbst is coaching at 3rd base, and Rob Fournier is at first. 1-strike pitch coming to Vasquez, and it is swung on and foul tipped. So the count will go to 0-2 on the Hilltopper 3rd baseman. Vasquez hitting .370. Has a couple of home runs. And the key to stopping this team is trying to keep them off base. They have stolen 86 bases this season. Ground foul past first. Count holds at strike 2. Got a really good crowd here for Thursday night, and why not? This team is undefeated at home. They are 22-0 here at Nick Dennis Field. Crowd comes out here expecting to go home with a win. The 0-2 pitch missed outside for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Western 31-6 overall, 22-0 at home. They're 9-6 on the road. Haven't played that many road games. The pitch, bouncing ball outside the 3rd base bag. 3rd base coach knocked it down. Toss it out of play. 77 degrees at game time. Skies are perfectly clear. Even those scattered clouds we saw earlier have drifted away. And a 1 ball, 2 strike count. Here to Vasquez. Hits another ground ball to second. Clapp backhands this one over to first, and that is in time for out number 2. That was a little more difficult play for Cooper Clapp than the first one. This one he had to backhand. Both balls have been hit very sharply. But Raiders playing this off-turf field right now pretty good. 2 up, 2 down in the first. Ryan Wiedemann, the center fielder, will stand in. Big, tall, right-handed batter, and he's hitting .434, leading the league. Check swing, and he went strike 1. Wiedemann is a junior out of Marietta, Georgia. Went to junior college in Rome, Georgia. Now, this is his first year with the Hilltoppers, and I'm sure they're glad he's here. The pitch is fouled out of play over on to University Avenue, where the rush hour traffic is trying to avoid traffic signals, distracted drivers, and baseballs. Two strikes the count to Wiedemann to pitch the plate, and struck him out swinging. Handcuffed him with an inside pitch, and Wiedemann down on strikes for out number 3. So that is all in the first inning. Colin Kerrigan sets them down in order, nothing across. We have completed 1 full inning. Middle Tennessee 2, Western Kentucky nothing. You're on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has taken its flavor to the next level. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test, starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
The Blue Raiders are winners in the classroom, on the field, and the courts. Richard Lewis here. I want you to win in real estate also. Buying, selling, auction here in Tennessee, or along the Gulf Coast, a second home, or investing. Give me a call to help start that winning process. 615-319-9981. Oh, I'm never too busy for your referrals. Richard Lewis, Exit Realty, Bob Lamb & Associates.
WGNS, the flagship station for Blue Raider sports.
And we'll move to the second inning with the Raiders leading 2-0. Matt Wolf will lead it off with Brett Rogers and Hayden Miller to follow against right-hander Jack Bennett. Bennett's first pitch of the game hit the Raider leadoff batter, Eston Snyder. And after Clay Badalak fouled off or flied out on the next pitch, Brett Von Dolen stepped in, and the second pitch he saw, he sailed over the left field wall for his 15th home run. And the first home run that Bennett has allowed this season, by the way. Pitches up high to Wolf, ball one. So Von Dolen touched Bennett for a grand slam in Murfreesboro last year and a 2-run homer here at Nick Dennis Field in his first at bat. There's a strike called, and it's 1-1 to Wolf. Raiders shortstop hitting .306. Looks at ball two outside. It's 2 balls and a strike. While Western's starting pitching has been very good this year, 2 pitchers with earned run averages under 2. There's a foul out of play. The really real strength of their pitching has been their bullpen. And with a team earned run average of under 3, that ranks in the top 5 in the nation. Earned run average is 2.69. So they're allowing less than 3 runs a game. 2-2 pitch, swung on ground ball to short. Howard has it. That's a bad throw to first. Howard, the shortstop. There was a little confusion between the third baseman, Vasquez, and Howard, who was going to get that ground ball. Vasquez backed off at the last second. Howard got it, but then threw very high over the first baseman's head. So that will be an E6. And Matt Wolf will take up his position at first base. With nobody out, the batter is Brett Rogers. Rogers hitting .352, stands in from the left side. And the pitch to the plate, off-speed pitch, in for a strike. Runner at first, nobody out. We're in the second inning, so the Raiders have had the leadoff man on in each of the first 2 innings. Bennett with a pitch. Fouled out of play, and the count will go to 1-1. Western's last conference series was on the road at Liberty, and they swept them in 3 games. Liberty, of course, did the same thing to the Blue Raiders a couple of weekends ago. They swept the Raiders up in Virginia. Throw to first, runner back. Wolf, 5 stolen bases on the season. The right-hander Bennett comes set, and the pitch to the plate is swung on, hit down the right field line. That's in for a base hit. It's going to go up against the wall in front of the bullpen. Throw comes into second base, and Rogers in there with a sliding double. So the Raiders will have runners at second and third with nobody out. That one hit the fence about 25 feet fair. Right fielder couldn't quite get there. That's the second hit off Bennett, and the batter is Hayden Miller, Raider first baseman. .233 average, but 7 home runs for Miller, who takes a fast strike, 0-1. 7 home runs, 16 runs batted in for the sophomore Hayden Miller. Pitch misses outside, 1-1. Excellent crowd here. Very few seats unoccupied. Swing and a miss, and the count will go to 1-2 on Miller. He was trying to duplicate what Von Dolan did in the first inning. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Right-hander's pitch, fouled out of play. Back to the screen. Count holds at 1-2. Second and third with no outs. Wolf reached on a throwing arrow, and Rogers doubled to the wall in right field. There's a shot foul down the left side. Pulled it abruptly foul, got it way out in front of that pitch. So it's 1-2. Be on the alert down there, Coach Nichols. Kevin Nichols coaching at third. Ryan Huber at first, the pitch. That's high, ball 2. 2-2. That feels straight away for Hayden Miller. A little pop-up. First baseman's going to have a play, and he will make the catch in foul territory. He's got that one off the end of the bat. So that's 2 foul balls that the Hilltoppers have caught here in the first couple of innings. Catcher caught a foul pop-up in the first inning. So 1 out, second and third for Cooper Clapp. Batting 9th in the order. Bats from the left side. First and third baseman are in at the edge of that green turf. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Raiders got the first 2 men on here in inning number 2, and now with 1 out, they're at second and third. Inside, 1-1. Heston Snyder survived that hit by pitch. He is waiting to hit next. 1 ball, 1 strike. Clapp swings and fouls it out of play to the left, 1-2. A lot of construction going on here around the ballpark. They're reworking their indoor hitting facility, which is behind the third base dugout. Swinging a foul straight back. Count holds at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Raiders leading 2-0 and have 2 runners in scoring position here in the second inning. Bennett with the pitch, and again fouls it off the screen. So Cooper spoiling some pitches, making Bennett throw. Count holding at 1 ball, 2 strikes. Right-hander comes set, and another foul ball out of play. Thursday, Friday, Saturday for all of the Conference USA teams this week. No games on Easter Sunday. There's a swing and a foul back behind the plate. The other series starting today, Florida International is at Kennesaw. Sam Houston is at Dallas Baptist. Liberty at Virginia Tech. There's ball 2 high, 2-2. And Jacksonville State is at New Mexico State. Raiders will be at New Mexico State next weekend. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. High, ball 3. Took a little off that pitch, hoping to get Cooper to chase, but wasn't having anything to do with that. 3-2. Bennett with a 3-2. Popped up in foul ground. Catcher off with the mash. That one is going to be back in the grandstand. About 5 ladies in a row sitting in that row, and one of them got the baseball. I think they caught it on the hop. So we'll do it again with the 3-2 pitch. Bennett delivers inside, and he walked him. So the Raiders have the bases loaded with 1 out and the top of the batting order coming up. And that would be Eston Snyder, who was hit by a pitch in the first inning. We've got railroad tracks, if you're familiar with the setting of the field here. University Avenue just behind the right field grandstand, and we've got railroad tracks back there. So we'll probably hear the rumble of a train at least 2 or 3 times during this ball game. That's been what has happened in the past. We've been up here a lot. The pitching coach, Dylan Napoleon, holding court out on the mound. The bases are loaded with 1 out, and Eston Snyder is the hitter. They're letting him have a lot of time out there. The umpire has gone out, but maybe he's eavesdropping on what's going on. All right, now we're ready to go. That was a long conference, and the umpire let it go on for a while. Snyder hit by a pitch and scored. He was on base when Von Dolan hit that home run in the first inning. Bennett with the pitch. Ground ball, foul outside the line at third, 1 strike. Clay Badalak will hit next. Snyder hitting .362 on the season. The pitch. Fly ball foul down the right side. First baseman Hayes makes a long run, but it's out of play. They've got a picnic area just to the right of the Blue Raider dugout, which is down the first base line, and a lot of folks occupying that, enjoying the weather. And as we said, they've got not quite a full house, but a lot of seats. There's a ground ball. Third baseman will go to second. Out there. Throw to first. Safe. And a run is in. Snyder beats the throw to first. That will go 5-4 on the put out on Cooper Klepp at second base. And the second baseman, Haller's relay throw to first was a one-hopper, hit the turf, and Snyder beat it out. That's a fielder's choice and a run batted in for Snyder as Matt Wolf scores from third. So it's a 3-0 game. And the batter is Clay Badalak. First and third, 2 outs. And the pitch to Badalak, swung on, hit to left field. Coming in the left fielder. It's Servo will make the catch. That ball was more of a line drive than a fly ball, but Servo had him play just right. So that's all in the second. Raiders get 1 run. There was 1 hit, the double by Rogers, and 2 men left on base. So we'll go to the bottom of the second inning. Middle Tennessee 3, Western Kentucky nothing. You're listening to Blue Raider Baseball from Ben Wagner.
Las Casas Drugs is a proud sponsor of Blue Raider Athletics, located at 4702 Las Casas Pike, just minutes from Murfreesboro. Las Casas Drugs strives to provide all of your pharmaceutical needs in that hometown atmosphere you deserve. Family-owned and operated, Las Casas Drugs offers free delivery, immunizations, drive-through window, gift shop, merchandise, and medication management programs. Come by and see how we can make a difference. And go Blue Raiders.
At State Farm, when home and auto work as a team, you score and save money. I'm State Farm agent Andy Wama. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let's work together to win big by saving money on home and auto. With the service you get from State Farm, you might think our car insurance costs more. I'm State Farm agent Andy Wama. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let me show you with discounts up to 40%. You may find it even costs less.
You're listening to MTSU Sports on WGNS.
And we go to the bottom of the second inning in Bowling Green with the Hilltoppers sending up their number 4 hitter, Ethan Lizama. He's the right fielder, a senior. That's from the left side, hitting .324. Lizama is a native of the country of Guam. Pitches outside, ball 1, which I believe is the United States territory. Not up on my geography. 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch. Swung on and fouled to the screen. The count will go to 1-1. It's hitting .324, 6 homers, 33 runs driven in. He is a transfer from Gulf Coast State and is in his second year at Western Kentucky. Pitch is low. Colin Kerrigan retired the side in order in the first inning with 1 strikeout. 2 balls and a strike to Lizama. And the big lefty delivers high for ball 2, or ball 3 rather, 3-1. Lizama started 54 games last year for the Hilltoppers after coming in from junior college. Pitch swung on, fouled, out of play, and the count will go full. 3-2. And he was a 300 hitter last year and led the team in home runs with 9. Kerrigan ready for a 3-2 delivery, and he missed outside, ball 4. So a leadoff walk. The Hilltoppers have their first base runner, and the batter will be Kyle Hayes, first baseman. Hayes played against the Raiders last year in Murfreesboro and was the DH in the first 2 games, did not play in the third game. Right-handed batter. He's a senior, hitting .341. Check of the runner at first, and the pitch. High, ball 1. Hayes with 3 home runs. Young man is out of West Chicago, Illinois. Another junior college transfer in his second year. Takes ball 2 inside, 2-0. And Coach Myers does not like the way this inning is starting. He's going to make a visit to the mound. So after retiring the side in order in the first inning, Kerrigan walked Lizama on a 3-2 count, and the first 2 pitches to Hayes were out of the strike zone. Kerrigan gets a pat on the back, and the game will continue. 2 balls, no strikes to Hayes. There's number 30 on the back of that white uniform. Kerrigan comes set. 2 balls, no strikes, the count. And the pitch is inside, ball 3. 3-0. Third baseman Badalak guarding the line over there. There's a big hole between third and short. There's ball 4 inside. And a 4-pitch walk, and it's not good to give free passes to this team because they can generate some offense. Next hitter is the catcher, Ross. He's another 300 hitter, hitting .314 with 2 home runs. Camden Ross, 6'2", 215, a native of Colorado. 3rd year with the Hilltopper program here. Runners at first and second, no outs. Kerrigan with the pitch. That's in for a strike, 0-1. Fastball caught that inside corner. Lefty comes set. Runners lead at first and second. Missed inside with that pitch, 1-1. You've always got to be on the alert for this team because they will run you blind if you don't keep an eye on them. Swing and a miss, strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Ross. Runners at first and second with no outs. We're in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Kerrigan comes set and the pitch. High, outside, ball 2. 2-2 to the right-handed hitter. Rogers not too deep in right. Snyder about normal in center, and left fielder Keaton Ray is playing deep. The wind's blowing out that way, and he hits a fly ball down the left field line. If it's fair, it's trouble. It is foul. And out of the ballpark. And that is why Keaton Ray is playing deep in left field. So another 2-2 pitch for the Hilltopper catcher, Ross. High, ball 3. It's the 3rd 3-ball count that Kerrigan has had this inning. It does not bode well. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Hit high in the air to center field. Snyder drifting over. Takes it. Runner tags but goes back to second as the throw comes in from Snyder. That is out number 1. That's a big out. With 2 men on and no outs, Ross flies to center, and with 1 out now, Thomas Marcella. Marcella, in his first year with the program, a transfer from Hines Community College. I think that's in Mississippi. He hit .387 in junior college last year. He's hitting .323 here. Left-handed batter against the left-handed pitcher. 1 out, runners first and second. Pickoff play at second, runner back. Shortstop Matt Wolf took the throw. You've got to keep a sharp eye on these runners. And the pitch to Marcella is a strike on the outside. He checked his swing. I think it was a strike anyway. 0-1 to count. Lefty-lefty matchup here with one out. And the pitch. Backed him away inside, 1-1. Kerrigan making only his third start of the season, but back-to-back starts now in the opening game of a conference series. Kerrigan turns, looks back at second, does not throw. Collin against Louisiana Tech. Went 5 1/3. Gave up 5 runs on 6 hits last Friday. Pitches inside, ball 2, 2-1. Raider infield would love to get a ground ball here. And the pitch is outside, ball 3. So he's had a 3-ball count on every hitter here in the second inning. It's 3-1. Of course, this is a good hitter's count. We'll see what Marcella is up to. Swings and lifts it into shallow left field. That's a foul ball. Wolf tried to make an over-the-shoulder catch, just 2-3 feet in foul ground in left field as that ball was sailing away from him. I think he got the glove on it. The count will go to 3-2. So 3 balls, 2 strikes. Runners first and second. And a swing and a foul tip back into Tyler Minnick's mitt. That is a strikeout. So Kerrigan gets Marcella for out number 2. Second strikeout for the left-hander. He will go for a little rosin. Here's Reed Howard, the shortstop. Only 2 players in this lineup hitting under 300. Howard is one of them at 248. The next batter, Haller, at 279. Right-handed batter and a freshman. Kerrigan with the pitch. Fouled off to the right. That should get out onto University Avenue. 1 strike to count. Lozama, who walked, is down at second. Hayes, who walked, is at first. 1 strike pitch. Just missed. A little bit high. 1-1. So Kerrigan now with 2 walks and 2 strikeouts. 1 ball, 1 strike to Howard. And the pitch taken for a strike. Had a notion. I think he was a little fooled by the pitch. 1-2. Kerrigan comes set. And the 1-2 pitch outside high, ball 2. He's had a 3-ball count on all 4 batters in this inning. Walked 2 of them, got the other 2 out. Pitch misses outside, ball 3. So now with 2 outs, the runners will be going on the pitch. Be a 3-2 pitch coming up for Howard. Runners start, and ball 4 is low. That's going to load the bases 3 walks here in the inning. The bases are loaded, 2 outs. The number 9 hitter is Austin Haller. He's a left-handed batter. Haller, a senior out of California. Transfer from Santa Ana College. He's in his 2nd year with the Hilltoppers. And the pitch to the plate, he's around, showed bunt, took the pitch low for ball 1. That brought Badalek charging in. I think he was just trying to shake the pitcher up with that. I don't think he was intending to bunt, but stranger things have happened. Strike on the outside corner, 1-1. Steps out of the box momentarily. 1 ball and 1 strike. Kerrigan's pitch swung on and missed. 1-2. Gave him a little heat on the outer half of the plate. Haller back in there with a 1-2 count. Kerrigan's pitch swung on, hit to right field. That's a long run for Brett Rogers. That's up against the wall. All 3 runs are going to score as the throw comes in to the plate. Howard slides in just ahead of the throw to the plate, and we've got a 3-3 game. So that's what the base on balls will do. That is the first base hit off Kerrigan. A double to the wall in right field from the number 9 hitter. Clears the bases. So with 2 outs, the leadoff man, Servo, will stand in. He grounded out in the first inning. Kerrigan's pitch swung on, hit in the air into right field. Rogers coming in. He's under it, and he'll grab it for out number 3. That's all in the 2nd. But for the Hilltoppers, they come up with 3 runs on just 1 hit. 1 man left on base. So we have completed 2 full innings of play. It's Middle Tennessee 3, Western Kentucky 3. You're on the Blue Raider Network from Ben White.
Middle Tennessee Electric proudly supports the MTSU Blue Raiders, and we're proud to power the scoreboard lights at Reese Smith Junior Field. When it comes to the electric service in the community, you can always trust MTE to do what's best for our members. We serve by providing affordable, reliable, safe electricity and outstanding member service. Here at MTE, we serve to make life better for our members and their communities. Visit www.mtemc.com to learn more. And that scoreboard, light it up, Blue Raiders.
Nothing is more expensive than a missed opportunity that could have changed your life. Maybe you're just graduating high school, or are working and need to earn a degree to advance your career. Or you aspire to be a leader, and a graduate degree can make that happen. Whether you're just starting out or retooling for the future, Middle Tennessee State University can help you get there. MTSU, the University of Opportunities.
The Blue Raiders are on News Radio WGNS.
We have had a pitching change very early in this game as the starter Bennett is removed, and the new pitcher is number 15, Patrick Morris. I'll give you some numbers on him. He is a left-hander. Morris making his 7th appearance, 1-0, has no earned run average. 10 innings, he's allowed 6 hits, no runs. 1 walk, 12 strikeouts. Opponents hitting 176 against this left-hander with a .00 earned run average in 10 innings, so we need to change that. Von Dolen's just the one who could do it. 2-run homer in the first inning for Brett. The pitch to him is swung on, hit in the air. Center field, not deep enough. Center fielder Wiedemann is over, and he'll grab it for out number 1. So Von Dolen flies to center for the first out. And the batter will be Tyler Minnick. Minnick fouled out to the catcher in the first inning. So Morris, the left-hander, is on very early, and the starter Bennett is out. There's ball 1 to Minnick. And ball 2 misses, 2-0. He's a senior, Morris, out of Chandler, Arizona. Pitch is a strike call, 2-1. Also a junior college player. Transfer. Minnick fouls to the screen, 2-2. Top of the third inning, bases empty, 1 out. This game tied at 3-3. Pitching out of the set position. Minnick hits a fly ball to center. That should be playable for Wiedemann. He's got it. That's out number 2 in the third. Keaton Ray will stand in. He flied to left in the first inning. Ray hitting .305 on the year. And the left-hander's pitch, over but low, ball 1. The Raiders got 2 in the first, 1 in the second. Western 3 in the second. On only 1 hit. Ray takes the pitch inside. 1-1. I'm sorry, 2-0. 2-0. Swing and a miss. Now it's 2-1. Big scoreboard out in right center. The numbers are a little hard to read from where I'm sitting. Swing and a miss. 2-2. Ball and strike numbers, I can handle that. Outs I can handle, but the line score out there is a little smaller than it is at home. 2-2 pitch. Struck him out swinging. So Morris comes in, sets the side down in order. Nothing across for the Raiders in the third. So we will go to the bottom of the third inning in Bowling Green. It's Middle Tennessee 3 and Western Kentucky 3. You're on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
Hey, Blue Raider fans, this is Tim Page with Exit Realty Bob Lamb and Associates. Are you on the fence about selling your home? Feel overwhelmed at the thought of purchasing a new home? Well, it's time to get moving. For professional, personal real estate services, give me a call today and put me to work for you. 615-896-5656, or you can reach me at exitmurfreesboro.com. Let's go Blue, and I'll see you at the game.
Will Fraley, attorney at law, has experience you can count on. Former Blue Raider baseball player and MTSU alum Will Fraley serves Murfreesboro and the surrounding communities. Put a strong and experienced legal fighter on your case. Give Will Fraley a call and he can handle all of your legal matters, including criminal and domestic or family law. Visit willfraleylaw.com or call 615-410-7290.
Rutherford County's MTSU station, News Radio WGNS.
Go to the bottom of the third inning for the Hilltoppers. Carlos Vasquez, the third baseman, will lead it off. Colin Kerrigan will touch 89 with his fastball. Also throws a changeup, a curve, and a slider. He was trying to get some of those pitches working for strikes last inning without a lot of success. Swing and a ball hit to that ball was knocked down by Badalike, but he was unable to make a play. Hit down the third baseline. So that is that's a base hit. Second hit allowed by Kerrigan, and the batter is Weideman. Runner at first, nobody out. Kerrigan with the pitch, swing and a miss, strike one. I think I called him Weideman. It's Weideman. Struck out in the first inning. Kerrigan, a long look, ground ball to short. Wolf to second, out there. Throw to first is in time. Nope. Miller couldn't hold on to the ball. The umpire had raised the out sign, but the ball came out of Hayden Miller's mitt. So that will be a force out at second base, short to second for the first out. And Weideman reaches on a fielder's choice. Since they got an out on the play, no error would be charged. So a runner at first, one out. The batter is Lazama, the left-handed hitter. He started that parade of walks in the second inning. There's ball one. Kerrigan walked him on a 3-2 count. Leading off the second, he came around to score. All three of the walks came around to score. Throw to first. Runner back. Now Weideman has 28 stolen bases. 10 more than Eston Snyder. And he takes a healthy lead over there. They've got him picked off. Throw to Miller. Down to second. Safe. I think, well, Wolf must have missed the tag, or they had him dead to rights at second base. The three umpires are going to confer. I think Coach Myers may want to challenge this, and they do have the equipment to do so here. So we'll have a challenge on the play at second. Weideman, I think I mentioned he had a big lead at first, and Kerrigan had him picked off clean. Miller with the throw to second. It was a little bit to the third base side of the bag, and Wolf took the throw, but apparently the runner was able to evade the tag. Anyway, that was a call on the field. The Raiders with a challenge here. So there will either be a runner at second with one out, or there will be two outs with nobody on base. We'll see what the verdict is when the jury reconvenes. Same two teams tomorrow afternoon at 3 o'clock. We'll be on the air at 2:45 with our pregame show. And then we'll close the series with a 1 o'clock game on Saturday. No games on Sunday. And then the Raiders will travel to Vanderbilt for a 6 o'clock game on Tuesday evening. That will be on radio, as will all of the games for the rest of the season. So this is a rather long look by the umpires on the review system. Might as well give you our injury report while we have a moment, brought to you by the law offices of John Day, Murfreesboro's personal injury law firm, and a proud sponsor of the Blue Raiders. And the injury report doesn't change much from day to day. Trace Phillips out, and also Nathan Brewer still out with a hand injury. I think Phillips has got a back problem, so we're missing those two who would be normally would be in the starting lineup were they healthy. I think Coach Myers referred to the number of injuries that we've had. We have gotten some players back from injury, but we've got a couple of key players still out. So he has had to make a lot of revisions in not only his regular everyday lineup, but in his pitching rotation as well. This is a very long review. And next weekend, the Blue Raiders will be in Las Cruces, New Mexico, to take on New Mexico State. Be our first trip out there since they got back in the league. Used to be in the Sun Belt with them. I've been out there a time or two. This game is tied 3-3. Raiders picked up two of their runs in the first inning as Eston Snyder, the leadoff man, was hit by a pitch, and one batter later, Brett Von Dolen, hit his 15th home run of the season to make it 2-0. Western went down in order in the first inning. The Raiders got a run in the second inning. It was unearned as there was an error on a ball hit by Matt Wolf to lead off the inning. He came around to score later on a fielder's choice. Umpires are back on the field, safe at second. That was a very long review. Coach Myers now wants to know, talk to the home plate umpire, well, what did you see? Or what didn't you see? The throw was there in time, but I guess the runner was able to evade the tag. So I guess you have to score that as a stolen base, although the runner was initially picked off first. So runner at second with one out and a 1-ball, no strike count to Lazama. Kerrigan turns, looks the runner back to second. Wiedemann is their leading base stealer. He was also their leading hitter, which means he's on base a lot, has a lot of opportunities. Pitch to the plate. Swung on, and a pop-up. Foul ground, left side. Badalak is there, and he will take it for out number 2. So Lazama fouls out to Clay Badalak. That's out number 2. And the batter will be Kyle Hayes. Drew one of those 3 walks in the second inning off Kerrigan, and all 3 of those runners scored. So 2 outs. Hayes, a right-handed batter, stands in. Wiedemann, the runner at second. Kerrigan with a pitch. This is outside, ball 1. This is a difficult situation for a left-handed pitcher because the runner at second has the advantage. Now, if there was a runner at first, the left-handed pitcher has the advantage because he's looking right at him. But Pitch is coming, and a swing and a foul at the plate, 1-1. But with the left-hander up there, the runners at second can take a little bit more of a lead because he can't see what's going on. Has to rely on his teammates to give him some help. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch to the plate swung on and missed. Chased it outside pitch. It's 1-2 to Hayes. This game is 3-3. We're in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Runner goes. Ground ball to third. Badalak will play it over to first. In time for the out. That's a nice pickup by Hayden Miller on a low throw to first. That's all in the third. There were no runs, a hit, and 1 left. Totals after 3 innings of play for Middle Tennessee: 3 runs, 2 hits, and no errors. And for Western Kentucky, 3 runs, 2 hits, and 1 error. We're tied 3-3. We go to the 4th inning in Bowling Green. You're listening to Blue Raider Baseball from Van Wagner.
Today's game is brought to you in part by proud partners of Blue Raider Athletics, Granis & Associates, certified public accountants. They provide a full range of tax preparation, accounting, and bookkeeping services for both business and individual needs. That's Granis & Associates. Give them a call at 615-895-1040 or visit Granis & Associates online at gcpas.com.
Not feeling well and need to see a doctor? Find the care you need now at Ascension St. Thomas. We're here with 24/7 ER care, same-day care, and walk-in urgent care for broken bones, sprains, allergies, sore throats, and more. Visit ascension.org/St. Thomas Care to get the right care at the right place at the right time. Serving Middle Tennessee State University, Murfreesboro, and surrounding communities.
The Blue Raiders play here. News Radio WGNS.
And we move to the 4th inning in this Conference USA contest. Before the Raiders come up to the plate, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Blue Raider Baseball.
The flagship station for Middle Tennessee sports. WGNS. Murfreesboro, Smyrna. The Blue Raiders play here.
Dick Palmer with you from Bowling Green. Mr. Callow should be back tomorrow. We hope he's going to make it. Matt Wolf leads off for the Raiders in the 4th. The pitch is high and outside, ball 1. Wolf reached on a throwing error by the shortstop in the 2nd inning, came around to score later in the inning on a fielder's choice. Pitch is low and outside, ball 2. 2-0. This is the 2nd inning for Patrick Morris. Starter Jack Bennett went 2 innings, and he was lifted. There's a swing and a foul off to the right, out of play, and the count will go to 2-1. So Bennett pitched 2 innings, allowed 3 runs, only 2 were earned, gave up 2 hits, walked 1, and did not strike out anyone. Also hit a batter and allowed a home run. There's a foul back to the screen. The count goes to 2-2 on Matt Wolf. Matt leading off the 4th inning in a 3-3 game. Pitches outside, ball 3. It's full count now, 3-2 to the Raiders shortstop. Left-hander's ready, and the pitch is fouled. Might have been ball 4, but he wasn't taking a chance. This count holds at 3-2. the lefty's ready. Strike three call. It looked like a good pitch over the outside corner. Wolf walks back to the dugout. That is the second strikeout. And back-to-back strikeouts. In fact, he got the last batter in the third inning, the first batter in the fourth inning. Here's Brett Rogers. His double set the stage for the third run the Blue Raiders scored in the second inning. First pitch fouled off the screen for strike one. Rogers hitting .352. And the pitch to the plate right in there for a call strike. 0-2 the count. Rogers coming off a 4-hit game at Belmont on Tuesday night. Strike three called. This left-hander's throwing strikes, and the Raiders are looking at him. 2 called third strikes here in the fourth inning. That's 3 consecutive strikeouts for Morris. The batter is Hayden Miller. Miller fouled out to the first baseman in the second inning. And he drills one into left center. That's going to get all the way to the wall. Miller's on his way to second. Weideman picks it up, gets it back into the infield, and the Raiders have a runner at second with 2 outs. Hayden Miller. That double is his 6th of the season and the first hit off the left-hander Morris. Cooper Clapp will be the batter. Clapp walked on a 3-2 pitch, fouled off a lot of pitches in the second inning. That helped build Bennett's pitch count up. So Miller at second, 2 outs. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike one. Cooper sophomore, as is Miller, the runner at second. Swing and a foul back. 2 strikes the count. Three. We're in the top of the fourth inning in Bowling Green. And the pitch. Swung on and popped foul out of play. Count will hold at 2 strikes. Lights beginning to take effect here. Two-strike pitch, swung on. Again, hit foul down the left field line. Long run, and the left fielder drops it. In foul ground. That was Servo. He had a long run as the third baseman with a left-handed interrupt was playing far off the bag, and the shortstop was playing over near second base. Left fielder was the only one that had a chance to catch that ball, and it got there, but just couldn't hold on to it. So another pitch coming to Clapp, and he struck him out. Went for a bad pitch outside, and he strikes out the side here in the fourth. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. That's 4 strikeouts now for Morris. And we will go to the bottom of the fourth inning. It's still Middle Tennessee 3, Western Kentucky 3. Here on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
Hey, Blue Raider fans, this is Brad Hopkins with Exit Realty Bob Lamb and Associates. Winning in real estate is a lot like football. Good coaching and recruiting a great team are the keys. I put together a team of lenders, inspectors, and home professionals to help you succeed. Let me coach you through this process and make sure you come out a winner. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or invest, I am here to help you win. Visit BradHopkinsHomes.com or call 615-556-9239 to find out more.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has taken its flavor to the next level. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test, starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
WGNS, the flagship station for Blue Raider sports.
And we take you into the bottom of the fourth inning. This game tied at 3-3. Catcher Camden Ross will lead it off for the Hilltoppers. I mentioned Ross out of the state of Colorado. It's his third year here in Western Kentucky. The pitch to the plate. Kerrigan misses low and inside, ball one. Ross flied to center field in the second inning. And Kerrigan was struggling with his control. Pitch is high, ball two, and it's 2-0. Kerrigan with the pitch. Grounded foul past third. And count will go to 2 balls and 1 strike. To show you the improvement this young man has made with the bat. Freshman year batted 179. Last year, sophomore year, he batted 296. And this year is hitting over 300, 314 coming into the game. 2 balls and 1 strike. Kerrigan with the pitch. That's right in there for a strike, 2-2. Marcella, the DH, scheduled to hit next. The 2-2 pitch, and struck him out swinging. Ross down on strikes for out number 1, and that for Kerrigan, strikeout number 3. The batter will be Thomas Marcelo, the designated hitter. Kerrigan got him on a swinging third strike in the second inning. Base is empty, 1 out here in the fourth. Ball drilled to center field, a base hit. And Marcella picks up the 3rd hit of the game for the Hilltoppers. Sharp single to center. So he's at first with 1 out for Reed Howard. It was the 3rd of 3 walks Kerrigan allowed in the second inning, and then a bases clearing double by the number 9 hitter tied this game, and that's where we stand now at 3-3. Howard, a right-handed batter, infield double play depth. Swing and a foul tip back into Minnick Smith, strike 1. No balls, 1 strike to Reed Howard, freshman shortstop. Pitch is high, 1-1. We mentioned this team likes to run. Everybody in the lineup's had at least 1 stolen base. Ross, the catcher has stolen 3. One ball, one strike to Howard. Swing and a foul back, and the count will go to 1-2. Reed Howard is from the state of Indiana, Ferdinand, Indiana, where he went to Forest Park High School. Baseball and basketball. Player and hit 40 home runs in his high school career. And he's a little fella. Swinging a foul back, but he takes a big cut. I say he's a little fella, 6'1", 170. He's not that small. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Marcelo, the runner at first, with 1 out. Kerrigan checks him, and the pitch. Swung on, hit in the air into shallow right field. Cooper Clapp is back, and he will take it for out number 2. 2 down in the 4th. And here's Haller. He's the spoiler for the Raiders in this game. A bases loaded double in the 2nd inning. 3 runs batted in. They were his 11th, 12th, and 13th of the season. A left-handed hitter. And Kerrigan with the pitch showed bunt. Took it for strike 1. Runner at first, 2 outs here in the 4th. Left-hander Colin Kerrigan delivers, and a shot up the middle. The runner is going to have to stop at second base, as that ball was hit like a bullet right over the pitcher's mound. Boy, Haller's had a couple of really good swings against Kerrigan. Marcella had to stop at second as Eston Snyder was charging quickly. It's the 4th hit for the Hilltoppers. Now the top of the batting order, Joe Servo, who was grounded out and flied to right. Runners at first and second, 2 outs. Servo, a right-handed batter. And the pitch. Strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Servo went after the first pitch in the 2nd inning and flied out for the final out. And a pitch. Swung on, fouled out of play. The runner at second base, Marcella. As Kerrigan went into the stretch and Clapp moved over, darted into second base. The runner dove back in, but Kerrigan just went ahead and threw the pitch. Count is 2 strikes. Pitch to the plate, over but low, ball 1. That was down into the turf. Now they've called a balk. Is that what they've called? Or both runners are going to advance. The count shows 2 balls, 1 strike. I had it the opposite. Now they've changed it. 1 ball, 2 strikes is the count. But the runner's now at second and third. And the pitch to the plate. Swung on and missed. The runner's coming in. The throw to first is in time. Hayden Miller made a fantastic catch at first base of a throw from Tyler Minnick that was right into the runner. The runner swung. The umpire ruled he did swing. That was the 3rd strike, but with 2 outs, the runner at third was charging for the plate, and Minnick fielded the ball. It was off to the first base side and through a bullet to first is right into the runner. And I don't know how Miller caught that ball, but that's a strikeout. And put out goes 2-3. And that's all in the fourth inning. That would be the fourth strikeout for Kerrigan. No runs, 2 hits, and 2 left. We've completed 4 full innings. Middle Tennessee 3, Western Kentucky 3 on the Blue Raider Network from Ben Wagner.
When the arena lights dim for a concert, or when the crowd becomes one at a big game, you can almost feel like you're the biggest fan. But who's your biggest fan? It's the person that will get you home safely after a night of drinking. It's the person who looks out for your life to make sure you leave the stadium with someone sober. This could be a designated driver or someone who offers to get you a ride share. Because in Tennessee, fans don't let fans drive drunk. Brought to you by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office, a division of the Tennessee Department of Safety and Homeland Security.
Hey, Blue Raider fans, we know life comes at you fast, but with the right insurance, you'll always be covered. Whether it's home, auto, or life insurance, your local State Farm agent, Trevor Haggard, former MTSU baseball player, is here to help you protect what matters most. Give him a call at 615-203-5522 and find the right plan for you. Like a good neighbor, State Farm and Trevor Haggard are here to help. 615-203-5522.
You're listening to MTSU Sports on WGNS.
So we've had another pitching change for Western Kentucky. Morris is out. He goes 2 innings, allows no runs on 1 hit, 4 strikeouts. New pitcher is number 20, Lucas Hartman, making his 12th appearance. 3-0 record with a 1.59 earned run average and 2 saves. He's pitched 28 in the 3rd innings, allowed 14 hits, 5 runs, all earned, 10 walks, 34 strikeouts. He has allowed a couple of home runs, but opponents hitting only 141 against Hartman. Snyder will bat for the 3rd time. Eston has been hit by a pitch and has driven in a run as he hit into a fielder's choice. First pitch in for a strike. No balls, 1 strike. Hartman is a senior from Bradenton, Florida. Swing and a miss. And from those first 2 pitches, it appears he throws high heat. Not a big guy, 5'10", 210 pounds, out of Florida Gulf Coast. Transfer. It's foul back. Count holding at 2 strikes. Snyder, Badalak, Von Dolan here in the 5th inning in a 3-3 game. Right-hander comes set, and the pitch swung on, ground ball left side, in the hole. Long throw to first, not in time. Snyder beats it out. Throw got past the first baseman, but nice backup by the catcher coming down. And foul ground will prevent Snyder from advancing. That'll be an infield hit for Eston. Ball hit into the hole. The shortstop had to backhand it. And he was just a step or 2 on that outfield turf. So that is the Raiders' 4th hit of the game. Snyder at first, no outs. Here's Clay Badalak. It's flat out twice, once to center, once to left. Shows butt, takes the pitch for ball 1. Runner at first, nobody out. We're in the 5th inning. A 3-3 game. Throw over to first and the runner back. And the pitch shows butt again, and again the pitch misses for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Good eye by Badalak, because those 2 pitches were very close. Now takes the strike, 2-1. Again, he was out there just in a bunting stance. 2 balls, 1 strike. Throw to first. Snyder back. And the pitch to Badalak, swung on, hit in the air. Center field, Weideman drifting back and got plenty of room out there. Makes the catch. That is out number 1. 1 down in the 5th. This is Brett Bondolan. 2-run homer in the first, fly ball to center in the 3rd. Outfield playing him deep, especially in left. Throw to first. Snyder's back in there. Right fielder is even a couple of steps deep, as is the center fielder. And again, Hartman throws over to first. And again, Snyder's back ahead of the throw. Swinging a foul to the screen. Strike 1 to Von Dolan. Brett, a sophomore out of Stewart's Creek High School in Rutherford County. Runner goes, swing and a miss. The throw to second base is not in time. Might have been in time had the shortstop caught the ball, but throw went down there on 1 hop. It was the second baseman covering Haller. He didn't come up with it. That's a stolen base for Snyder, his 19th of the season. The count is 2 strikes to Von Dolan. And struck him out swinging. So that is out number 2. First strikeout for Hartman. And the batter is Tyler Minnick. He is fouled out and flied to center, 0 for 2. Minnick still maintaining a average over 300. Pitch is low, ball 1. Sometimes the wear and tear of catching all the time will hurt a catcher's batting average. Tyler's been getting a few nights off behind the plate. There's a pitch, bounces away from the catcher, and Snyder's going to move over to third. That'll be a wild pitch. That was in the turf and rolled over toward the Blue Raider on-deck circle. So the count is 2-0 to Tyler Minnick. Hartman is the 3rd pitcher used by the Hilltoppers tonight. Pitches to Minnick, and he's upstairs, ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes. Keaton Ray waiting to hit next. Snyder leads from third to pitch. In for a strike, 3-1. Out of the stretch, here's the pitch. Swung on, hit into deep right center field. Snyder's coming home, but that ball is caught up against, no, it's not caught. And Minnick is going to pull into second base with a double. Weideman went back near the wall. I thought maybe he'd come up with it. But that two-base hit will put the Raiders back in the lead at 4-3. Tyler Minnick, RBI number 29 on the season. Second hit off Hartman. And with 2 outs, the batter, Keaton Ray, takes the pitch in for a strike. 0-1. Low and inside, ball 1. 1-1 to Keaton Ray. Struck out in the third, flied out in the first inning. Raiders with a run in here in the 5th. Ray hits a high pop up in the infield. Shortstop Howard will take it, and that is out number 3. Raiders retired, but not before they push across a go-ahead run. Snyder with a leadoff single, a stolen base, went to third on a wild pitch, scored on a double by Tyler Minnick. So 1 run, 2 hits, and 1 left. Halfway home in this game, it's Middle Tennessee 4, Western Kentucky 3. You're on the Blue Raider Network from Ben Wagner.